There's only one person in the world who can emotionally kill his victims with just a threat. Some people call him Eli, some people call him Rowan. I don't know what his name is on the show, but the world knows him as Papa Pope. The thing about Papa Pope is that he doesn't even touch his victims. He destroys them with his words. He reaches down into their soul and he finds those things that they're afraid of, those things that they're coddling, those things that they don't want anyone to know, and that is how he destroys his victims. There are a few things to remember about Papa Pope when he threatens people. One, Papa Pope never raises his voice, albeit he may get animated and he may shake a little and he may have dramatic pauses, but he never yells. Two, Papa Pope is always in a dark suit. He doesn't look like the type of guy that owns a jean jacket or a velour tracksuit. He's always in a black suit. That's the kill suit. Three, Papa Pope's threats benefit from his dramatic head shaking and his voice waddling that always adds to the "I'm gonna kill you" effect of all of his threats. Four, Papa Pope's threats always crescendo into some dramatic art form that normally leaves the person crying, running, trying to get out of DC, or trying to find a plane that's gonna disappear. And five, Papa Pope's threats have the element of surprise. He says the words today, but he'll take 8 episodes before he gets back to you, before he makes that threat a promise. So while you're looking over your shoulder and you're dodging every episode, Papa Pope is just chilling, working at the Smithsonian. So I'm going to show you how to threaten someone like Papa Pope. Say you're a father, you have a 2-year-old in a high chair, and he won't eat its food. This is something that Papa Pope might say to get the food eaten. You think you're just a 2-year-old and that you have a choice in what you're gonna eat for dinner. But what you don't know is that you're not just a 2-year-old. You are the product of my loins. You came from me, meaning you belong to me. And since you belong to me, there is nothing stopping me from taking these peas and these carrots and stuffing them down your throat and down your esophagus, into your stomach, into your digestive system. So it behooves you, you little 2-year-old, to go ahead, pick up this fork, shove this food in your mouth before I do it for you. And if I do it for you, I promise you, you will never eat again. And boy, when Papa Pope finished, that baby is going to be looking like... Okay, say you're the head coach of a boys' high school track team and they keep losing. If you were Papa Pope, this is something you might say to them to make them run a little faster. The problem is you think this is just another track meet. You think this is just an extracurricular activity for you to put on a resume. But what you do not know is this is not just another track meet. That's just not another starting block. And that's just not the finish line. The actuality is this is your life, and your life is hanging in my hands. And as long as your life hangs in my hands, you belong to me. Meaning I can break your legs, I can break your ankles, I can break your feet. So my advice to you little boys is to run. Run now. Rend your garments, iron your tracksuits, put on your windbreakers, but run. Stretch if you must. Put icy hot on your hamstrings, but get to that starting line and run as fast as you can, because if not, this house is going to burn down with you in it, and your parents will never be able to ID your bodies. And if you use that type of threat, I guarantee you your track team will bring home the state championships. So that's how you threaten someone like Papa Pope. You have to look them in the eye and you have to mean it. And you have to make sure they know that you mean it. But when you threaten someone, make sure they don't have a knife with them like Mama Pope, because she can threaten too. When they were sitting at the restaurant and he pulled that knife and Mama Pope said, "Oh baby, please try to stab me. Trust. I bet I'll be the last person you ever try to stab. I want you to try to stab me with that steak knife, baby. Come on." Now that is some serious threat, and I'm talking about she was ready. She was about to get it. She grabbed that knife and she was ready to go here. Okay, it only took her 1 episode to make good on that promise. The next episode, she stabbed Papa Pope. So if you're going to threaten somebody, make sure they're not the type who's going to get you right then and there. Make sure they're the type that's going to wait 5 to 6 episodes too, because you might find yourself laying on the floor of Pope and Associates.